call hallelujah. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Double honors to Apostle Elders in New York, GMS. And salutation to Yahweh in the world is teaching the truth. And Shalom to you, serious Aquaf. My name is Maya Ga'ala, Bungad, what you call Go Branch, a great millstone. And I'd like to make a disclaimer that we're not black Hebrew Israelites. We are Israelites. The Israelites are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And the speckled birds are Israelites who look like other nations, who follows paternal bloodline, go back to the 12 tribes of Israel. And we're not affiliated with any violent groups. We're not affiliated with any terrorist groups. We are not affiliated with any militant groups. And we're not affiliated with any other Israelite groups. All right, so here you go. Garfield and his, as far as I know, Lion Edomite conspirator. All right. But anyway, man, and you're gonna see how this Edomite man, he just cuts himself, man. All right, and this is about one of the people in the live chat about 2 hours ago asked him was the first group, what they say, first century Israelites, where they were so-called black people. I'll use so-called, but you know when they say black, mean the dark brown people. And just watch what he says, and then watch after he just gonna be cutting himself, man. All right, I'm gonna fast forward to another thing he said too. All right, so watch this. All right.
I have to say no. I mean, they're not black in the sense that I think the person means it. They're not like, they don't look like from Ethiopia because of its conquest, its connections, with Ethiopia. So anyway, there were definitely individuals who entered the Jewish community who were of, West African background, absolutely. Yeah. But Mortera, I have no idea if he was.
I think we talked about this
and the girl right there, the Edomite, is Dr. Jonathan Schwartz. All right.
This week. Somebody, Joby Fresh, is asking, were the first century Jews black?
I have to say no. I mean, they're not black in the sense that I think the person means it. They're not like, they don't look like West Africans. They're not sub-Saharan Africans. They're Middle Easterners. They're darker than Scandinavians. They are proud to be kind of.
All right, so there you go. All right, and you have to look at the languages that Esau used. All right, could keep using the term African, West African, Sub-Saharan African. All right, in Africa you got different nations in there. All right, you got nations that are Hamitic descent. All right, and you got nations that are Shemitic descent. All right, and African is not a nationality. All right, so yeah, watch Esau when he used these words and stuff, man. All right. Okay. Now he said they're not so-called black. All right, but what do what historians say? Well, even the scriptures say, man. All right, it says, let me get this right here. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 19. It said, "The lip of the truth shall be established forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment." Right, man. So it's but for a moment, man. All right, a lying tongue is but for a moment, and this is why Esau's freaking out. This is why they sent out Garfield and the rest of the cronies out. All right, to try to debunk the truth, but you're not gonna stop it. And this guy's a deceiver, man, a devil. It says the wicked, not because his skin is translucent, because he's not telling the truth. He never gonna tell the truth. Why? Because it'll destroy his Edomite. I call it Edomite inferiority system, right? Because it's function on lies. All right, but so-called white supremacy was Edomite inferiority system, right? It says Psalms 58:3, the wicked are strange from the womb, they go astray soon to be born, speaking lies. Because God just lied, man. All right, now let's see what the historians say. All right, now watch this. This is from the Jewish Virtual Library. All right, which is a good site, man. Got a couple good stuff. All right, sorry, this says modern Jewish history tacticus on the Jews. Some say the Jews were fugitives from the island of Crete who settled on the nearest coast of Africa about the time when Saturn was driven from his throne by the power of Jupiter, as a Greek mythology. All right, it said even of this salted name, there's a famous mountain in Crete called Ida. Ida, the neighboring tribe, Ida came to be Judahite barbarians living a national name, but whatever. All right. Others assert in the region ISIS, the old former population of Egypt, led by I'm sorry if I pronounce this wrong. Hierosolomus and Judas discharged itself into the neighboring country. Many again say they were a race of Ethiopian origin who in the time of King Sifa were driven by fear and hatred of their neighbor to seek a new dwelling place. All right, so the key word is here. Many again say they were a race of Ethiopian origin. All right, so what do the Ethiopians look like? All right, what do they look like? Ethiopians, what the Ethiopians? All right, come on, man. All right, Ethiopians origin. Come on. All right, what do the Ethiopians look like? All right, the ancient Kush. All right, this is what the Ethiopians look like in ancient times and today, man. All right, different shades of brown. You got different phenotypes, but all a dark brown people. Some light brown, some dark brown, some medium brown, etc. All right. This is what Ethiopians look like. This is what Tacitus say that the Jews. Some say they descend from Ethiopian. Why is the other nations mistaken our people, the nation of Israel? All right, the ancestors of the so-called Negroes, the paternal ancestors of the so-called Negroes, Latino, Native Americans. Why are the other nations mistaking our ancestors for Cushite Ethiopia? Why? Because they are a so-called black people, a dark race of people, vary from the darkest brown Wesley Snipes to the lightest light. All right. Where that sister? Where those sisters go? All right, like these sisters right here. All right, you see how they light? Some Cushites. All right. Well, I mean, so I'm just using that loosely. All right. Cushites, but anyway, all right, but you can see it right here, man. All right, yeah, they're Ethiopians, got different shades of brown. All right, so he just killing himself, man. All right, matter of fact, I ain't gotta do this. I'm gonna go to the scripture again, as I did before. All right, yes. It's just showing you how Esau just constantly falls on the sword. Esau, I mean, Hubman say Garfield, he constantly trying to bring his people on, trying to debunk the truth, but he's not, man. All right, and he don't even do his own. You don't know script right here. Psalm 71, Cush. All right, name of son Ham is territory. Israelite, Cush, Ethiopia, also of Israelite. All right, you're right here. Cush, a Benjamite mentioned only in the title of Psalms 7. All right. So, why would this Benjamite name Cush? Why? Because he was dark like these people. All right, his skin was dark like these people. All right, that's what I'm gonna say it again. That's what Jay does. All right, Jay name some of their children. Their children may be light skinned, they may be dark, or he's kawash. He's dark like the Ethiopians, our Cushite neighbors from the nation of Cush. All right. Okay, so this guy, man. I love when Esau fall upon their own sword, man. Like I said, Psalm 64 and 8. All right. Let me play it again.
Be kind of swarthy and dark, but not too black and not too white in terms of their skin color.
That's what they do, man. Not too dark and not too white. That's what they do. All right, that's another tactic they use, man. All right.
Color. I don't think they have African practices or customs unless you
Of
want to
course, they're not gonna have African practice, man. They're Israelites from the Shemitic Negroes, and so-called Negroes are not African. All right, they're not African. Period, man. All right, they're not Africans. Period. All right, let's go over here. Ham, Zondervan Bible Dictionary. All right, it's gonna let's see here. All right, your definition. Come on. All right. Say right here. All right, Ham, the youngest son, Noah, born probably right now 6 years before the flood, one of 8 persons lived there. For he became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Ethiopians, Salat, the Egyptians, the Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites. All right, so right here, go two strikes, man. All right, one shows that the so-called Negroes are not of Hamitic descent; they're not Africans. All right, and then it says what Ham. It says right here, he became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites. All right, and Tacitus just said some people say they Ethiopians, and what the Ethiopians do, the Ethiopian mean, you look at the word Ethiopia means burnt face. All right, they was a dark brown people. All right, with various shades of brown, man. All right.
Consider circumcision to be of Egyptian origin, African origin, right? Herodotus famously thinks that, talks about how the Ethiopians circumcise their male children.
And most of those tribes in West Africa, man, they circumcise their children after 7 days. All right, so what are they getting there from, man? All right, what's this? Ghana. Those tribes in Africa, right? Ghana, circum. And I brought this out before circumcision. All right, and you can see it right in this video. I'll read this for. These I won't take it down. All right. All right, it says right here. All right, it says copyright disclaimers under section 107, copyright 1977, allows made for fair use purposes such as criticism, comment, and news reporting, teaching, scholarship, research, fair use. Permitted by copyright statute may not otherwise be infringed. Non-profit educational person use tips to balance in favor of fair use. All right, so this is for educational purpose. I do not own any audio or video or the video to the clips. All right, it's for educational purposes. All right, let's see right here. Watch this.
Circumcision is what I'm going to talk to you about. It is the surgical removal of the foreskin from the male penis. I'm sure you know this. In most Ghanaian communities, circumcision is done within 7 days after birth of a male child. But in the Damba community and its environs in the Nadoli district of the Upper West region, circumcision is a taboo. The people there say they do not circumcise their males due to a long-standing traditional belief that the child will die if he's circumcised. Joy News' intern Clement Labi joined the team of researchers into the community. Here's his report read to you.
Damba has a population of 538. 261 are male and 277 female. Out of the 261 males, over 75% are uncircumcised. The people in the community share the reasons behind this. One of them, the fear that the circumcised male child would die of his wounds.
Our older folks said when they go to school, their friends mock them and call them names. Bottle Bonframa, Bottle Bonframa.
Have you been circumcised? Which form are you? This year. You are completing this year. Oh, okay. So how does it feel when your friends know that you have not been circumcised? They seem to follow my quality. What do they say?
A child who resembles an ancestor will die if circumcised.
But it's obvious this is only a myth. Senior medical officer at the Nadoli Hospital, Dr. Eric Asante, explains the lack of circumcision has a big health risk.
Alright, so there you go, man. Alright. Alright. Just Jake's, man, just wicked, man. Alright. Circumcision, man. That's why you wait till the child after 7 days after childbirth to circumcise the child, because the child his body is able to heal. All right, on that 8th day. All right. So,
I don't. So what does it mean?
So there you go. All right. So it proved that Jake's in Ghana, man. All right. Jake, they get their baby circumcised after the 7 days have to be born, which is on the 8th day. All right, put their ears lights, man. They don't circumcise. They don't wait till they get 13 and all this and that, man. All right, you don't need you. Israelites does that, man. All right.
To call them black? What does it mean to call them African? If there's nothing African about what they're practicing and doing, or the way they're talking.
All right. So the Israelites, we Hebrew Israelites never say that ancient Israel were Africans, because they'll be calling ourselves African or Hamites, man. We're Shemitic stock. All right. What scholars backs up what we say. His scholars, his people.
And how they see.
And another thing, I just want to show you. All right. Let me see. Matter of fact, go ahead. Let's see. It's all the information, man. Jewish Ham, Jewish Encyclopedia. Alright, it said about Joseph Jacobs, this one Jewish Encyclopedia. Unedited full text in 1906 Encyclopedia. Alright. He said Taka just compared. He said compared Israelites to the Jews to Ethiopians. It said Ham represented the Talmud as one of three who had intercourse with the wives of art, being punished. Therefore, that his descendants, the Ethiopians, are black. What's this bull crap? All right, but you see right here it said the Ethiopians are black, meaning dark brown. All right, then you Where is it? Yeah. All right. It said modern Christians regard the story narrated in Genesis 24 as having been 9:24 originate told of Cain and Ham, the father of Canaan, being later in searching. Yep. Because Ham was a curse of his son Canaan. All right. It said the intergraphical conception H Hebrew first divided races. They knew to relate to a Shem, those happening in the land of Canaan, those outside. Japhet later on this threefold division seemed to be applied to all nations known to Israelite then being possible. Regard Canaan representing Assault, Egypt took place. Ham in this view is equivalent to Egypt. One of the names was Cami, black, referring to the dark color of the soil in the Nile Valley. All right, so there is Ham, the dark people, right? And it came, it came out like this way. Watch this. I think he's gonna say something like a couple seconds, a couple minutes. All right, what you gonna say about Egypt? All right.
See themselves. I don't know what it matters, and even if their skin color is dark, So again, it's always for me the question of what do you mean by this? What are you trying to get at? What are you saying by this?
What you getting at? We saying the truth, man. All right, because you old people put forth this lie right here. All right. We saying this to get our people out of this spell that your people put our people under. All right, like I said, Isaiah 29 and I think 15 or 16. All right, you turn everything upside down, man. All right, you turn that upside down. All right. All right. I'll go to Revelation 20, man. You deceive the world, man. All right. You came out your 1,000 years out of the Dark Age, because Dark Age was ruled by the so-called Negroes, the Moors. All right, what's known as Israelites. All right, and what they call iconoclasm. You destroyed the original dark brown images, man. All right, and this is the reason why. The purpose of us telling the truth that there's dark brown people, because you put our people under the spell of thinking that their ancestors were a bunch of translucent it was a men with translucent skin who flesh and blood showing to get off a red color. That's not the color. It's like that's the color of your ancestors either. Matter of fact, in the same movie 10 Commandments, the Edomites were there was displayed as so-called white men, which was correctly, man. I just said so-called white because you're not red. All right. Now that makeup hair with Charleston Heston, that's white. White got a white color. All right, but skin is translucent. See, they're red. All right. And Moses didn't look like this. And matter of fact, speaking on Egypt, I'm just gonna let him hang himself. All right.
What's your goal when you say that?
I think last week you talked about the boxwood. There was, I know in the Talmud they talked about a description of box.
All right, so talking about the boxwood, but you're gonna bring up Egypt again. So, all right.
Boxwood, Edith Bruder talked about a source that talked about the first white folks in Africa, or Jews in Africa, were white. She had some source that pointed that out in Taud, the community in Taud or Tamin.
First community in Africa were community of Jews, Israelites, with dark brown people, man. All right, not people with translucent skin. All right.
Okay. So that's much later. That's much later. Yeah.
But the boxwood reference is earlier. I think that was just a general reference of how they looked. Boxwood is like a light, fair, yellowish type of color. And
something like that.
I wouldn't consider that person to be.
I would say it's more brownish, but
he said what?
This about Christian racism, right? And they're saying, you became.
Yep, because when the Arabs took over, they had specific laws for how Jews could live within their system, either becoming dhimmis or.
One of the they're not African. They're not African-like. So again, I don't know how solid that kind of evidence is, but I mean, the long and short of it is, I'd have to say no.
All right. We're wrapping up now, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody's asking, when did I'm not going to ask that. When did the Arabs convert to Judaism?
So like I'm trying to get it back.
They're Middle Easterners. They're darker than Scandinavians. They are proud to be kind of swarthy and dark, but not too black and not too white in terms of their skin color.
So like I'm trying to get it what it says. I'm talking about the boxwood. You know, I'm just gonna go to the boxwood. All right, so they said boxwood, yellowish color. All right, so let's go color with boxwood at. All right, color of boxwood. Boxwood. Wow, my boxwood yellow. All right. Boxwood. Let's see. Boxwood branch. Boxwood. Brown and boxwood. Reddish brown boxwood. These caused by winter. Let me see. All right, so we know they went green like Piccolo, Dragon Ball. We all know green in animation represents dark skin. All right, so it's boxwood. Let's see, boxwood. Color boxwood. Let's see. Just trying to do something. I had something before. All right, so normal culture says while boxwood green leaves are during dark, they occasionally turn bronze in winter and more rarely in the other seasons. Okay. All right, so they turn bronze. All right. Boxwood turn brown in summer. All right. So it means like high yellow, man. Just like high yellow. You have high yellow jakes, man. All right. Matter of fact, let me get this right here. This is from 100 Amazing Facts About the Negroes by J. Rogers. It says, as regards a Negro origin, the Jew Count Goriski of Poland said normal Jews had a great resemblance to American mulattoes. Sallow carnation complexion, thick lips, crisp black hair. Of all Jewish populations scattered the globe, 1/4 dwells in Poland. I am therefore well acquainted with the features of my arrival to this country, United States. I took every light-colored mulatto for a Jew. American Europe, page 117, New York, 1857. All right, so in 1857, all right, Count Adam Gowinski of Poland mistaken light-skinned Negroes for every light-colored mulatto. All right, wherever to go. All right, so whatever. All right, but light-colored mulatto for a light-skinned light-skinned so-called black person. All right. Mulatto don't always have to mean Esau your daddy and stuff, right? Mulatto made by people that had so-called Negro fathers and so-called white mothers, man. All right, but look at right here, Kid and Play, the rap group. All right, you had Kid who fought. Both of these are Benjamites. All right. All right, both of them Jamaican, so-called. They father so-called Jamaican. Now, Kid mother, the light-skinned guy, Kid, his mother was so-called white woman. All right. So this is the solo coronation complexion that Count Kowalski seen among here in America, man. All right. Among the so-called Negroes, all right, the tribe of Judah, man. This what you seen people like him. All right. Then you got what? You have right here. And Garfield talking this Garfield people, man. Talking about he don't count them so-called black. So you said Kid from Kid and Play are Kid is not a so-called black person, man. Let's see, Salt and Pepper, hip hop group. Her name's Salt. Her right here, man. She's a girl. Israelite, man. There goes Salt on the far left. You got Cinderella, then you got Pepper at the end. So Salt is not Israelite. She light skinned. I mean, come on, man. What about what's that girl name? Let's see, Gina Martin. Martin Show. What's that girl name? Slipped my mind. Oh man, Tisha Campbell, light skinned chick, man. so Tisha Campbell's not a so-called Negro. All right. Man, he saw Garfield falling on sword, man. All right. I mean, watch this light skin. Relax, watch this. This is funny, man. This Garfield Jake. All right. Holly Berry. Chris Brown. So according to them, Chris Brown will be there. According to Garfield, Chris Brown will be there. It's like won't be so-called Negro. Won't be so-called black. Alright, then you got right here the dude from the Cosby Show. Forgot his name. Alapane. Used to be and I believe that's the one they used to call Lance on Cosby Show. Yeah, so one Lance. Alright. How many people, man? They dagger themselves, man. What about dude? My late teacher. Where is it? Dwayne Friend on A Different World. Run. All right. Yeah, right here, this guy right here. So Garfield, you won't regard him as so-called black person. All right, the guy there is like, man, there's lights came in different shades of color, man. All right, from darkest dark brown west light to lightest to this guy complexion, man. Jeremiah chapter 12 verse 9, man. All right, so the Edomite, man, Schwartz, man, him and Garfield, man, you just daggering yourselves, man. All right.
Skin color. I don't think they have African practices or customs, unless you want to consider circumcision to be of Egyptian origin, African origin, right? Herodotus famously thinks that, talks about how the Ethiopians circumcise their male children. I don't. So what does it mean to call them black? What does it mean to call them African? If there's nothing African about what they're practicing and doing, or the way they're talking,
And again, we don't say that there's lights were Hamitic. After we just saying it's a fact that they are a dark melanated people with they are very melanated means various shades of brown. All right.
See themselves.
And I just showed you a video where Jake and Ghana they've been circumcised themselves. All right. All right. That's a tradition. That was a tradition before Esau ever came on the scene, man. All right.
I don't know what it matters, and even if their skin color is dark, so again, it's always for me the question of what do you mean by this? What are you trying to get at? What are you?
And the Shante, everybody know the Shante circumcise they males 7 days. They do the they circumcise their male childs on the 7th day after the day of childbirth, was the 8th day. They do circumcision. All right, they separate their women when they women on menstrual site. They separate from their women. All right, so stop playing games, man. All right.
You saying by this? What's your goal when you say that?
I think last week you talked about the boxwood. There was I know in the Talmud they talked about a description.
We already dealt with boxwood. Boxwood, yellowish brown. I already showed you yellowish brown so-called Negroes, Israelites. All right. Kids from the tribe of Benjamin. Show you some Judites. All right, so-called Negroes. All right. So whatever.
Of boxwood, Edith Bruder talked about a source that talked about the first white folks in Africa, or Jews in Africa, were white. She had some source that pointed that out in Taud, the community in Taud or Tamin.
Okay.
Yeah. So
that's much later. That's much later. Yeah.
But the boxwood reference is earlier. I think that was just a general reference of how they looked. Boxwood is like a light, fair, yellowish type of color.
All right, so I already dealt with that.
Like that.
I wouldn't consider that person to be.
I would say it's more brownish, but the skin colors. It doesn't mean what skin color means in the.
There you go, 10 no lies again.
20th century U.S. or 19th or 21st century U.S. So, no, I would. And another way, by the way, you can tell is if you look. Although this goes back a little further, if you look at Egyptian carvings, rock carvings, right? If you look at all of these hieroglyphics and all of these Egyptian. I don't even know what the right term for them is. All of these decorations and things that were carved into stone or whatever. If you look at Assyrian, Babylonian carvings and decorations, when they show Ethiopians, you can tell that they are, quote unquote, the term that I hate to use, Negroid, right? They have the flat noses, they have the kinky hair, right? When you look at the way Judeans are depicted, and again, it doesn't go back to ancient Egypt because they're not depicted in ancient Egypt. But if you look at how Judeans are depicted in
they not depicted in ancient Egypt. This guy's a liar, man. All right, hold on. This guy's a straight up liar. All right. The Egyptians just depicted every nation on earth except for the Israelites. That's it. Oh, the Israelites right there. Now right here, this picture right here, that's doctor. It's they much darker than that, much dark brown than that. All right. Well, look, there is nice right here. Doing some work, rigorous work. All right. Anyway, what this guy talking? This guy's a liar, man. All right, then you They said they wanted to pity, but guess what? The scriptures depicts the Israelites similar, they phenotype similar to the Egyptians, man. All right. So let's go to it, man. Let's hear about Masha, Moses, Egyptian. How the baby Moses had out, right? Let me see. It says, this is Jethro's daughters, and when they came to rule, that's another name for Jethro, their father. He said, how is it that ye come so soon a day? And they said, an Egyptian deliver us out of the hand of the shepherds, also drew water enough for us and watered the flock. So they mistaken Moses as a Egyptian. All right, it's like this meme where Moses hiding in Egypt. So you let's see, Moses. Let's see, I'm gonna put white Moses. It's a little funny name, white Moses in Egypt. Egypt. It's a funny meme, man. All right, I just read you that that a Smith Bible Dictionary is a hymn of the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes in just the word dark race. I'm trying to find that funny meme, man. I can't get it. All right. All right, but anyway, man, let's go back. All right, we see right here the Egyptians are a dark people. All right, Egyptian. Let me see. Egyptian world. You can clearly see they are dark. Trying to get, because Sonny Murals Esau and Ishmael makes up to lighten them up and stuff. Trying to get to the ancient murals and stuff. Hold on. And so, like, I ain't meant to make this video long, but that's how the spirit goes sometimes, man. All right, but you can see there are brown skinned people. You can see right here, light brown, dark brown. Wait a minute, that's not it. That's phony. Hold on, let me see. All right, so to go to the image right there, you can see some got their reddish brown, then a brown, then some that light brown. Then right here, you see the brown. You see the different shades of brown. Then the right, the far left, right, medium brown, light brown, then back to medium brown. All right, so these little brown skinned people. Then some just dark, man, just jet dark. All right, so all right, there you go, man. All right, matter of fact, in Genesis, what's another one? Paul. Let's see, Egyptian. Look at another scripture. Let me see if I can find that. Paul mistaken for Egyptian. What is it? Yep. This is when the centurion mistaken Paul for Egyptian. It says, as Paul led to council, he said unto the chief captain, may I speak unto thee? Canst thou speak Greek? Art thou that Egyptian which before days made us of uproar, let us out of the wilderness 4,000 men that were murderers? But Paul said, I am a man which a Jew of Tarsus, city of Cilicia, citizen of the main city, beseech thee, suffer me to speak unto the people. So earlier, Paul was mistaken for a Jew. Paul was a Benjamite. All right, Jew means from the southern kingdom. Judah, Benjamin, Levi. All right, makes up the southern kingdom, man. All right, so Paul was mistaken for an Egyptian. You go to Genesis 50:11, the Israelites was taken for Egyptians by the Canaanites, man. All right. Esau's the devil. He's a liar, man. He's not going to speak the truth, man. All right. He's not going to speak it at all. Let me see. All right. But hold on. I think it was something else I'm gonna bring up.
In Greek or Roman or Babylonian right decorations. They're not African. They're not African-like.
He's lying. All right. Well, in fact, when you go to the Greek, it's called the Greek catacombs. All right. Just typing in here, and that's why the Most High Yahweh allowed. Well, he put Pinterest up on the internet, man. He knew this devil, man. He's gonna take some of the images, so you got some people took the images off the internet, putting on Pinterest, man. All right, so let me see, Greek catacombs, Pinterest. Oh man, Greek. Hold on. Where is it? Let me see. Greek. All right. Yep. You can see it right here, the Roman catacombs. Greek Salak. I'm gonna say Greek kind about Roman catacombs and stuff, but you can see the dark skinned people, man. It's in Greek and Rome. It's from IUSC. Nate Kemp. All right, you can see right here the image. You can clearly see these are Negroes, man. The Jews. All right. You can see the icons. As a matter of fact, it's a picture in Russia where you had some Russian army coming out with the icons, the original dark brown icons, man. All right, and this was not, see this guy Garfield and the Edomite man. All right, they're not gonna show you stuff like this, man. He just talking on top of his head. Ain't showing no scriptures or anything, man. And this guy supposed to be a Jew. An image of Samson found in Jewish catacombs in Europe. From Rome. This Daniel. Samson, Salat Samson. He wrestled a lion, man. Guy's a liar, man. Well, that's Esau's job, to be a deceiver. Our job as Israelites to what? To be the light bearers, the bearers of truth. All right, we're the children of the light. There's something you say, I'm gonna fast forward it. Hope I get it for time. My phone run out. My phone be acting funny. All right.
Not African-like. So again, I don't know how solid that kind of evidence is.
Say that the Sephardic Jews is you. The Sephardic Jews didn't believe in the New Testament. That's the proof that it's not you.
That's an idiotic belief, right? Idiotic saying, Garfield. Well, belief, yeah, it is an idiotic belief. All right, saying just because we believe in the New Testament, that don't mean we're Israelites. This guy's just stupid, man. All right, just dumb and stupid. All right, every nationality has people that don't believe, have people that believe or don't believe in what their history say, man. This guy just stupid, man. All right, what up? All right. Tell a family of Sephardic Jew that believe the New Testament. Well, you probably had them. You just don't know. All right, we don't know. I'm pretty sure there was some in Sephardic Jew just mean Jews are from Spain. All right, all throughout history, man, you have Israelites that believe in Yahweh Shai. You have Israelites that didn't believe in Yahweh Shai. All right, you got that in all throughout the New Testament. All right.
They didn't believe that. They might accept that Jesus existed, but they didn't accept the New Testament at all. So when these Jews developed their organization, that's when you came.
How do you know?
And you said,
all right, like you took a time machine. You talked to every Judite or Southern Kingdom that were living in Spain and asked them, did you believe in Yahweh Shai? Like, get out of here, man.
Garfield, the Pentecostalism. And I'm like, yes, I read that about Wentworth. He was into that. Right?
All right, and the Pentecostals, those Huguenots, man. A lot of them they went into Pentecostal, Presbyterian, Baptist to disguise themselves, man. So they won't be persecuted, man. All right. I mean, come on, man. All right. I'm trying to get something.
Actually, that's when you get into trouble, because the Sephardic Jews you're claiming never believed in no New Testament. Exactly. And that's what tells me that these groups,
all right, what else? All right, so we already covered that,
are essentially syncretistic African American phenomena. You know, the mixing of Christianity and Judaism is very typical of this kind of early 20th century religion.
And Yahweh Shai, it's predicted all throughout the Old Testament, man. All right, I said these Jewish people don't know the scriptures, man. All right, and it's not their scriptures. All right, it's our scriptures, man. Our Tanakh, our Torah, man. They got nothing to do with it. All right. They don't know the book. They don't know the book they claim that belongs to them.
Not only, is it true, as you just said, that none of the Sephardim ever believed that Jesus is the Messiah, but if there were Jews in Africa, they didn't believe in Jesus either. If there were Jews in Africa, they were either kind of
like he took a time machine, went back and did an interview, whatever, man.
Of maybe Muslim background or of specific African peoples, backgrounds, the Igbo, again, the Ethiopians, etc. So, yeah. That's where the question came in about the damn Brit. That's why Reggie was saying it, because all these Jews we're finding, whether they brown, whether they black, whether they white, they don't believe in the New Testament. They're a whole different culture. So what we need to find for my Hebrew Israelite brothers is find a Jewish group that believed in the New Testament and show us the records of them acknowledging it. Because I found a book, Dr. Shorsh, about the medieval Jews and the Jews under Islam. I think that's the name of it. And it talks about the economics, how you had the Nissam family or this family and that. And it's fascinating how you could relate it to modern day. Like, people are arguing over who should control this route or that route and who had money. And the money came from Babylon to Morocco, and it went to different cultures in the West African areas or whatever. And then you had Africans who converted, reaching out to the rabbinical scholars. That was it for me. When I found that information, that was it. I was like, that's it. I'm sold. I'm done. I know who the people who's been practicing Judaism the whole time. And the fact of the matter is,
matter of fact, in Jeremiah 17:4, it says you forget thy heritage, man. All right. And then you have to remember, for a time, our people, they was cut off from each other, man. All right, that happens. All right, just like Moab and Zanzibar was down there in Zanzibar. I believe that's Zanzibar. Moab was cut off from the other Moabites, and they just recent, I think, like 20 some years ago, man. Just recent, they told you got a bunch of dark skinned Moabites down there in Zanzibar, Africa. They dark just like the Ham. Well, the original Moabites dark anyway, but they get re-darkened, and they came back in contact with the Moabites in the mainland of China, man. All right, so the same thing happened to the Israelites, man. All right, they get cut off from these people for a moment. All right, and then with the Igbo, they think that the Ashkenazi are people anyway. But basically the Igbo, the rest of they trying to find our people, man. All right, so what happens throughout history, it don't mean they not Israelites. All right. Then it said this could be some things that Jake gonna completely forget or partly forget because they've been cut off, man. All right. Like I said, Jeremiah 17:4 and Deuteronomy 28:29, that you grope in darkness, man. All right.
So into color that we can't admit it, that these people, the Ashkenazi, the Sephardic, all these light-skinned people are white.
So it's laws or is Sephardi. All Sephardi not light skinned, man. Alright. Alright. Ashkenazis, those are not the real Jews. Now you had our people among them. Alright.
People are the descendants of people who practiced Judaism from the early in the first and second century and so forth. We don't want to accept that.
Well, right, and to me, it's like, look, it's the same move that Afrocentrism makes. You whites denied us, you denigrated us.
Something he wanna. Hold on.
To the Dagger Squad, because that is the problem.
Anything like that, wonderful. Come show me. I'll be happy to.
I'm trying to get something.
Now you start to conform and say, hey, I am the people in the Bible. It is us. So it's inspiration, but now the Al Yahuda tablets, when the Jews went into Babylon.
So I love the fact that Jews don't all look like whatever, like Ashkenazi, Yiddish-speaking Jews, but Jews look like all of humanity, Asian, flat noses, they have the kinky hair, right?
I'm trying to get it.
The Tananim.
Well, anyway, he brought up that a family, if you look out through the video, a family named Negro. All right. Then he say, oh, what did he say? I think he was something. Anyway, it was a Sephardic family name. Their name is Negro. All right. And I believe that Edomite said that, what did it say? What did he say? It doesn't mean that, he said something. I'm trying to find it, man. Damn. Come on, get exactly the words what he said.
Abraham, in the metaphorical sense. So if you want to be a real Jew, you need to walk in the path of God, love people, be open,
You don't love people, you devil. All right. Hold on, I'm trying to find it.
Jews use, yes, they're, in the 19th century, definitely, things like the Jewish equivalent of the YMCA was the YMHA, the Young Men's Hebrew.
Hold on.
That's them.
Yeah, yeah.
Bedita, or all these academies from out of Babylon are the ones
used with Christianity. So Jesus's or Yeshua's teachings that are about love and being close to God, I have a lot of respect for.
Hold on, I'm trying to find something. Just bear with me, Ark. If I can't find it, I'll just have to save it for another show. All right, hold on.
With Christianity.
What? Oh, man, I'm trying to get it. Hold on.
And then it's not till later in the early 20th century in the United States that you have Jews identifying as people of color, right? They're black Jews.
It's a Jewish family that lived, is recorded very well throughout history.
All right, so this is it right here. All right. That's all I was looking for.
Street, the Yahya family, and one of them just happened to have the name Yahya Negro.
Oh, I think I know what's being referred to. Yahya, Ibn Yahya. There was a Rabbi Gedalia Ibn Yahya, I think, and there were more than that. I think there were a number of Jews who had the family name Negro, which obviously in Spanish and Portuguese means black. And I have also wondered where that name comes from, and it is totally plausible, and it would make sense to me if that name came from a family or a descendant or an ancestor who was particularly dark or black. Absolutely, sure, why not?
Now watch this devil right here. Watch how he assert his lies. Watch this. He just admitted that Negro means so-called black means dark. All right, dark brown. And watch what he does.
I have a problem with saying yes. Of course, there were Africans and blacks who came into the Jewish community.
See that? That's what they do. See, there was African blacks that came into they trying to say the family Negro, the Negro family. All right, that Jake Israelite family. Yeah. All right, which is all right. They trying to say now he trying to say the reason why they dark because their forefathers were Hamites, that converted Hamites that came into the nation of Israel and started doing the customs, everything. So they became part of the nation of Israel. All right, because they started doing that way. No, man, these were Israelites who was dark skinned, man. All right, dark skin just like their brethren, man. Different shades of brown.
And yes, it's true that some Jews, had African ancestry or black ancestry and then black features. But even all of the Negro family, they were just normal Jews. They believed in Torah. They went to synagogue. They were so again, even if they have some African black ancestry, my question is still, what did it mean? Did they record anything in terms of African?
Why would they had a surname Negro then, if it didn't mean nothing? All right, and that's why you call this man the devil, man. All right, this guy's a devil. All right, this guy's a devil. The truth ain't there. My phone run out. All right, but you all know the word Negro. All right, go back to the word nigger, which means dark. You go to Acts chapter 13, verse 1, man. All right. But hey, I hope you all been edified, and I ain't mean to go this long, but the spirit went, man. All right, just show you, man, why Esau. All right, he's never going to tell the truth. All right, he's never going to give it up, man. All right, because he had to keep his system going. This Edomite inferiority system, so-called white supremacy system going on. All right, because they function on lies. All right, and which is that system is crumbling down, man. All right, by the truth of Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. So, Shalom. All right.